Have you ever experienced a love so profound that even after years have passed, the person still lingers in your dreams, thoughts, and even in your soul? What if this isn't love anymore, but rather a binding chain? An invisible chain, a demonic soul tie that refuses to release its grip. You won't believe the depth of this until you hear the top story. It's more alarming than you imagine. We invite you to subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts below. Covered by the blood, we stand firm in the belief that Jesus protects his people in these end times. The battle for your soul doesn't always manifest in the obvious symbols of evil. Sometimes it's subtle, adorned with perfume, holding your hand, whispering sweet nothings. Many Christians believe that demons manifest through nightmares or overt acts of witchcraft, but one of Satan's most cunning snares is an unholy attachment misrepresented as love. As Ephesians 6:12 reminds us, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and spiritual wickedness in high places. Each tale we unveil grows darker, and the last one might already be within your own home. Initially, I dismissed these notions as mere superstition until I witnessed them personally. When love morphs into something sinister, most Christians remain oblivious to the concept of a demonic soul tie a relationship that never truly died. She met him in college, they were fervent believers involved in worship and prayed before every meal. Yet after their breakup, his presence lingered. Dreams became haunted not by romance but darkness. He appeared in the shadows of her dreams, his eyes subtly glowing red. She'd wake in tears, clutching her heart, and even during prayers his name invaded her thoughts. This isn't nostalgia but a spiritually binding cord formed through emotional, physical, or even sexual connections. As 1 Corinthians 6:16 warns us, he who is joined to a harlot becomes one body with her. These soul fusions occur outside of marriage too, keeping you tethered to someone God has already removed from your life. That's why you incessantly check their social media or feel hollow when they appear with someone new. But what comes next is even more sinister. Once, a woman shared her experience with me. She couldn't sleep after a breakup, not over a broken heart, but because of a necklace, a silver pendant shaped like infinity given by her ex. Wearing it brought nightmares of a dark figure reaching toward her in her sleep, suffocating her. God instructed her to destroy it, and upon doing so, the disturbances ceased. Deuteronomy 7:26 cautions, "Do not bring a detestable thing into your house." Objects tied to sinful connections can harbor spiritual anchors that maintain these soul ties. Consider if you re-holding on to mementos from toxic relationships. Those sweet memories might inadvertently be gateways to spiritual bondage. Think about the man entrenched in a cycle of listening to breakup songs that perpetuated his emotional turmoil. Music, especially when entwined with heartbreak, can amplify pain into spiritual oppression. Satan, once heaven's worship leader, exploits sound for bondage, transforming music into a vehicle for demonic influence. These ties transcend physical relationships. They're also about what you allow into your spirit post-breakup. Some people see reflections not merely in dreams but in mirrors, haunted by brief glimpses of past lovers' faces, echoing emotional ties made real by spiritual connections. Breaking these demands anointing, prayer, and realignment with divine purpose. Even friendships can exceed appropriateness, veering into spiritual manipulation, as seen with a woman who found herself under the control of a so-called spiritual leader. Disguising dictatorial control as divine instruction is not God's mentorship, but an act of spiritual rebellion akin to witchcraft. Spiritual abuse binds souls just as tightly as romantic entanglements do. Every sexual encounter outside the covenant of God is a binding act involving the mingling of souls. It's not merely physical, but a spiritual covenant that contaminates your temple. Sexual sin isn't just intimacy, but an invitation for demonic presence. In marriages too, spiritual battlefields can emerge when partners diverge in their spiritual alignments. Darkness can invade, exploiting the union to bind one in constant turmoil. However, liberation is possible through renouncing these ties and seeking spiritual cleansing. If this resonates with you or if you've recognized any of these signs, don't be paralyzed by fear. Instead, take decisive action by repenting, destroying items associated with these bonds, anoint, and cleanse your living spaces, fill voids with worship, and walk in forgiveness for your freedom. Embark on our 7-day cleansing challenge to consecrate your home and spirit. Be proactive in severing these chains and shine the light of Christ in your life. If you wish to explore more on how soul ties affect us through objects and music, or you desire more guidance on spiritual warfare, subscribe and engage with us. Share this transformative insight with friends who need to see the truth tonight.